It's SELİN Turhan. In this video, I would like to share a short summary of a Coursera course I recently finished called A Brief History of Mental Illness. It's offered by the University of Toronto, and I took it because I wanted to understand how society's view of mental illness has changed over time. Honestly, it was super eye-opening experience for me. Uh, the course starts way back in ancient times when mental illness was often explained through spiritual or supernatural beliefs. People who were mentally ill were sometimes thought to be possessed or cursed, and treatments were often religious, like prayers or rituals. Um, then the course moves into Middle Ages and Renaissance, where you start to see a shift. Some thinkers began to suggest that mental illness might be linked to the body or mind, not just spirits. But still, many treatments were harsh, and people were often locked away in asylums with very poor conditions. One part I found really interesting was the section about the 18th and 19th centuries. This is when more organized mental institutions start to appear, and doctors begin trying to understand mental illness in more scientific ways. But unfortunately, a lot of these early ideas were based on stereotypes and led to people being labeled and isolated rather than helped. The course also covers the development of the psychiatry as a medical field and how different diagnoses and treatments have evolved, especially in the 20th century. For example, the rise of psychoanalysis, the use of electroshock therapy, the introduction of psychiatric medications, and the creation of the DSM were all discussed. What really stood out to me was how much mental illness has been shaped by social and cultural beliefs, not just medical ones. For example, what is considered a disorder in one time or place might not be seen the same way in another. That really made me think more critically about how we label people today. In the final part, the course talks about modern approaches to mental health, including the move toward community-based care, mental health awareness, and reducing stigma. I liked how the course didn't just focus on facts, but also asked ethical questions like how should we define mental illness, who gets to decide, and how can we treat people with respect and dignity. To sum up, I really recommend A Brief History of Mental Illness to anyone interested in psychology, social history, or just understanding mental health better. It helped me see how far we have come, but also how far we still have to go. Thanks for watching.